Alright, Assalamualaikum. So today we're gonna do ball with tail for the second assignment. So basically this is what we're gonna do today. Alright, so basically the basic way to animate the head of this character is quite almost the same as the ball obstacle course assignment. The first assignments. It's just that the difference this time is that we will use more squash and stretch for the head part lah. Right, and then for this assignment we also gonna have and also need to animate the tail part. Alright, so this is basically what we're gonna do today. So before we start, I want to show you guys some of the global control options for this character that we can adjust. So this is the global control. This is the global control. So we can click on the channel box editor on the right side, and then we can access to few different options. For instance, the first one is the global scale, where we can adjust the size of this character. We can click on the wording and then just go to this area, click on the click on your mouse and then drag to the left or to right to adjust the size of the characters. And then I advise you guys just stick with size number 1 for this character, and then you can go straight to the tails, where we can switch on and also switch off the tail, and we also have some capabilities to change the tail type to different options. So the first one is we have simple. This is simple, and we also have fox, and also we have beaver, but for this assignment it's compulsory for you guys to choose simple instead of fox and also beaver. Somehow it looks quite weird when we add the squash part for the head part. It's good, look pretty weird, so I think just stick to the simple dah cukup. Okay, alright. Let me delete all this animation first. Break connections. Okay, the whole animations is clear already, so let's begin. First, we need to add the squash and stretch. I think use about like 9 frames to create the squash, and maybe you can add more, around 1 or 2 frames for the stretch part. Alright, so I think we need to off the tail part first, so it's easy for us just to focus on the head part. Just off the tail one, and then we're going to focus on the head one. Alright, so this is the ground. I think I want to hide the ground. Just wait, I turn off this one. Click on the plane and then enable this button, add this layer, right? And then this one we can enable, and we can hide and unhide the object. Alright, so we're gonna hide the object first, so we can focus directly on the head for this character. Alright, so we're gonna start on the squash and stretch controller. Basically, I'm gonna start the animation process at frame number 1, and at keyframe, press S, press W to enable the translate axis, and then go straight to the frame number 9 to add the squash part. Right? Maybe something like this. Okay, just put around like 0.6 or more or less, and then press S. So frame number 1 we're gonna have something like this. Frame number 9 we're gonna have the squash part, and then we're gonna add another 1 frame for the stretch part. Okay, so right now we have a normal head at frame number 1. Number 9 we have the squash part, and also we have the stretch part at frame number 10. Alright, so the stretch gonna end at frame number 10, so the character jumps will be begins at frame number 10 as well. So we're gonna click on the middle controller and press S at frame number 10, and then similar to before, if you want to the character to jump like a normal jumps, not too far, I mean not too high and not too far, you can usually using around like 18 frame for this one. Sorry, 16 frame for a normal jump. So this means 8 frames from ground to mid-air, and we also gonna have another 8 frame from mid-air to the ground. Okay, so 10 plus 8, so we're gonna get 18. Right, just go to 80 frame and then press W. Then this one we're gonna move to the mid-air area. Alright, so this one is considered as a normal jump. It's not too high, not too low. So let's say if you want to bring this character to this area, and then I think you're gonna add more keyframes on that instead of 8 frames. So maybe you can add 10 frames from the ground to the mid-air part. So it depends on the situations. Alright, case by case scenario. Alright, so we just go back to the normal normal jumps. So we're gonna add as we add keyframe at frame 18, and then we add another, at frame 18 also we need to make this character go back to the normal shape. So we just click on the squash and stretch controller, and then we add 0 value to this transit Y and press S as well, and then go back to the normal to the middle controller. We add another 8 frames at frame 26, and then this one we bring it down to the ground. Right, so this one is either you can manually bring to the ground, or maybe you can just simply put 0 value on the transit Y, press enter, and then press S again. Alright, so right now we're gonna get this kind of motions. We have the normal jumps, I mean the squash and stretch at the beginning of the animations. We have stretch part at frame number 10. From number 10 to 18, the characters start to jump, and then from 18 to 26, we're gonna get the character, I mean the head to on the ground. Alright. Okay, think about what happened when we jump in real life. There's always anticipation when we land our knees bend first before we can stand back up, right? So the same applies to this ball as well. We will apply some squash and stretch when it lands on the ground. So starting at frame 26, we're gonna apply the squash for the next 3 frames, and then another 3 frames to return it back to the normal shapes. So from here, just click on the squash and stretch controller, and then press S, and then the next 3 frame 26 to 29, we're gonna add the squash part. Okay, and then another 3 frames, go back to normal shapes. Just put 0 here, enter, and then press S. Okay, so right now if I play, alright, that's what we have right now. That's a really basic one, but it looks quite weird, especially on the mid-air part, because we still didn't adjust anything on the graph editor. Alright, so right now we complete the basic jump animation. Next, we will adjust the graph editor. So just click on the middle controller, the main one. This is the main controller. Just go to Windows, Animation Editors, Graph Editor, double click, maximize the size of the graph editor. Make sure you press F when you open up the graph editor, and then just straight go to the curve and then with tangents, so that you can able to manipulate the tangents. Okay, so the in the mid-air section, I mean at frame number 18 is the mid-air sections. This is on the ground, this is also on the ground. Remember to click on specific axis that we want to adjust. As for now, we want to adjust the transit Y. Just click on the transit Y. So at this area, we want to pull this one a bit longer because we want to create obvious is in is out at the mid-air area. Alright, just pull this one. Maybe something like this. Right. At the ground area, remember to break the tangents. And then we bring this one set to linear. This one also same, just break the tangents, click on the tangents, and then we bring this up. Okay, we're supposed to have I mean the looks of the graph should be like this. Do not pull this one too much, something like this, and this one is too much. We're gonna have like a too much is in is out for this area. Okay, just make it something like this, like orang kata U terbalik kan, dekat area sini. Okay, that's it for the y-axis. Alright, so right now if we play, we're gonna have something like this. Okay, now let's animate the tail. First we're gonna switch on the tail first. On, and then to animate the tail, you have to select the 4 tail controllers and use rotation to animate them. So just select, press shift, select all of them, and then press E to enable the rotations. And then we're going to use the rotate X, the red color, and then you just put the cursor on that one. Make sure the highlights color turn to yellow, and then we're gonna bend the tails to be something like this, right? Something like this should be okay, right? Okay, that one only test lah. We just want to test the tail rotation. So at frame number one, just try to set the tails to ideal pose. Okay, relax pose first, and then you press S at frame number 1, and then just straight go to the squash part. My squash part at frame number 9. Alright, so this one we're gonna set to this pose. Alright, okay, you don't get confused. Alright, so you have to remember this simple rule. When the head is going down, okay, going down means on the ground or maybe on the squash positions, so the tail goes up, mean the curve should be upwards. Okay, the curve of the tail should be upward. Okay, when the tail is going up, means the character is on the mid-air, or maybe in the stretch position, the tail is going down, means the character, the tail, the curve should be something like this. Alright, so this is squash part, so obviously the tail need to be upwards. Okay, press S, and then just straight go to the mid-air part. My mid-air part is at frame 18, and this one should be goes down. Okay, and then press S again. Okay, just remember that they move in opposite directions. Alright, so right now we currently at frame 18, and then we just go straight to the ground part, which is at frame number 26. Mine is at frame number 26, the landing ground, and then this one goes up, and then press S, and then just go straight to the last animation, which is at frame number 32, and then set this one to ideal pose or relax pose, right? Okay, and then press S again. So we're gonna have something like this if we play the animations. This one is quite basic jumping. We can see the tail is quite stiff and maybe a bit mechanical movement. To make the animations, to make the animation smooth. This one quite mechanical, right? This one quite stiff, because we can see all the tails is moving at the same times. So right now we need to apply the follow through and overlapping actions. So to apply the follow through and overlapping action, one of the most important principle of animation, we need to shift the keyframe forward. Okay, this process is called offset. Okay, offsetting. Okay, so we have like a few steps that we need to go through. Okay, the first one, okay, you have to save as this file first. So we're gonna have some backup file. Just save as this file, and then we're gonna do the next process, which is the offsetting. Okay, so the first process, you need to select the second controller. Okay, let me unselect everything. Select the second controller, and then select the third and also the fourth one. You need to press shift to select multiple controller at the same time. Okay, select the second, third, and also the fourth controller, and then select all the keyframes. Press shift and then select all the keyframe, and then we're gonna move all the keys forward by 2 frames. Alright, just bring your mouse, I mean the cursor on this area, the forward and also the backward arrow here, and then we press the middle click button, move forward by 2 frames. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, and then click at this empty area, and then we're going to select the third and also the fourth one. Press shift to select multiple, and then press shift again to select the whole keyframe, and then bring this one forward by 2 frames as well. 1, 2. Okay, then select the last one and select the whole keyframe, and then bring this one forward also by 2 frames. 1, 2. Okay, that's the third steps. Okay, the last one, we're gonna select all controllers at the third area, the first one, the second, the third, and also the fourth one. And then we need to select the whole keyframes, and then we have to bring this one backward by 3 frames, this time backward. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so right now if I play the animation, so we're gonna get something like this. This time we can see the animations for the tail part is quite smooth, because not every currently the animation for the tail one, the controller is not moving at the same time anymore, because we already shifting the controller forward and also backward. Alright, so this is something that you're gonna have to do for your second assignments. Alright, so when we start working on the second assignments, okay, your actual assignments, you need to plan everything properly. Okay, the workflow is very, very important. So for example, if your animation, your idea that already approved last time has 5 jumps, make sure you complete all 5 jumps for the head body first. Okay, the head first, and then finish the entire head animation, including adjusting everything in the graph editor, all the is in, is out, the linear, and so on lah. You need to finish that one first, and then only after the head animation is fully done, then you move on the tail animations. Start by completing the basic tail animation first. Once the basic movement looks correct, then you can proceed with the offset process to create the follow through and overlapping actions. Okay, this is the correct order of the workflow: body first, then tail, and finally the offset one. You see? So to be safe, my advice is this. Okay, after you finish the head animation, including all the adjustment in the graph editor, it's better for you guys to get my approval first. When I approve the head, then you can proceed with the tail animation. I'm quite worried because that if you animate everything until the end and later on I ask you to make some changes to the head on the head part, you will end up needing to delete the tail animation and redo it from the beginning. That will waste a lot of time. So the safest workflow is complete the head animation, get the approval, and then you can continue with the tail. So I think I wish you all the best for these assignments and good luck. If you got any question, you can PM me on WhatsApp as usual. Thank you so much for your time, and Assalamualaikum.